Hello, my name is David Onischle, and I'm a freshman in the first year engineering program. I've lived in Stuttgart, Germany for the last 7 years and recently graduated from the International School of Stuttgart. My desired engineering course which I would like to enroll in is biomedical engineering, and I hope to eventually go to medical school. Firstly, regarding a team which I enjoyed working on was when I used to work at a commissary on a military base during my junior year in high school. I used to work with a few others as a bagger for the customers' groceries and would interact with many people during my shifts. What made being on this team enjoyable was that we would have a whole system on who would be serving the next customer, which helped the job flow a lot smoother. And we would help each other out a lot since if a customer had a lot of groceries, then the next bagger would also help bag as well. During my time working at the commissary, I grew fond of my team and developed an interest in jobs involving customer service. A time when I experienced exceptional customer service was when I went to a restaurant and the waitress was especially polite. The main thing that moved me was how she would have a conversation with my family and she was very engaged the whole time, and as well as very present. I admired the fact that she was very relatable, and this was an experience which definitely changed the way that I would serve customers, and that now I know that I should try to be more sociable and outgoing. Um, Personally, I encourage an inclusive environment by letting everyone I know that they can communicate with me whenever they need to. So, as an African American who understands how certain groups of people are commonly part of non-inclusive environments, I want to make sure that everyone feels like they belong and are not discriminated against in the workplace, especially. Um, Specifically, an example of a time when I had to explain a complicated process to someone was when I explained the process of aerobic respiration to one of my close friends since we took biology together. Um, when someone that I know is having a hard time understanding something, what I like to do is make different analogies for it to make it much easier to understand. Because of this, many people used to ask me for help since they had a much time understanding what I would explain to them in comparison to the teacher. Um, as for an area which I may need improvement is perhaps regulating my stress. I feel like sometimes I can get overwhelmed if the number of tasks I must do at work is high, and then I'm prone to making more mistakes when doing these tasks. On the other hand, an area which I excel in is managing my time, I would say. I always try to ensure that my tasks are completed early so that I can get an early start on my next set of tasks. Oh, a challenge that I once had to overcome was overcoming the language barrier during my time living in Germany. Since my German was not very good for the first few years in Germany, it made it very hard to talk to people and meet new friends and gain new connections. The steps that I had to take to overcome this was to start practicing German outside of school every day and have my friends talk to me only in German until it helped me understand the language much better. And looking back on it, I would most likely have tried to speak to people at least once a day and try to make conversation with people as much as possible, since this would have helped me learn German even faster. Um, Lastly, three things. I would say the three main things that I want others to remember about me is my strong dedication to my job, my reliability as a coworker, as well as my ability to help those who need it. These are my main career traits, which I'm said to have, and I hope to retain these traits in the future, in my future careers as well.